Warning. All subject matter is open to change and interpretation as TWS is ever changing with varying theories of gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy! Hello and welcome, fellow survivors. Here is a longer TWS Breakfast Club with Sulvion, myself, and Sir Hunter. I do apologize for some of the audio issues that you will hear. Sulvion has to get his haircut during this video and the recording, so if you guys can bear through that, there's a lot of good information here. Really excited for the patch. Hope to see you guys in the next. Thanks.
Like, it's impossible to unequip gear. It's like, even if I just remove all my skills, I'm still at 1.9 maximum. Does that make sense?
I mean, it's all going to be speculation at this point. I mean, it's good that they're looking at it, and it's good that it's coming out in the update. What is true combat power? We won't know until they give us what our true combat power is. Then we could dive into some math and try to reverse engineer that number and replicate it. But until then, it's kind of a moot point, I suppose. So we got number 2. They're going to replace season missions with merit milestones and ranking rewards.
Oh, by the way, the patch notes, we received it in game, so that's nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm looking in game right now.
Nice.
Yeah, so in season 6 and higher, the season missions will be removed, and it's gonna get replaced by merit. Season 1 to 5 are gonna keep the missions, but in the next season, it's gonna get changed. So I'm really curious to see those rewards. I'll be able to have a sneak peek on my S8 account. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting, because merit, you know, it's easy to farm. So we just pass a deal with another clan and everybody can be happy.
I wonder if this has got anything to do with the recent Shadow update, because when we tried to organize a merit farm with Evo after
maybe
we cross, because remember that merit farming was possible in season 1, but for whatever reason, in terms of bad timing, that was no longer a thing, and the description was changed from merit farming to the seasonal map farming.
Yeah, that might explain why. Also, there's a mid-season ranking and an end-of-season ranking. Both have ranking rewards, as expected. Rewards highlight, unique avatar frame, and a limited time title. I expect that this limited time title is at the mid-season ranking, because otherwise it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure. It would be interesting to see. I guess it's one of those things that we can just keep an eye on and see how that evolves and plays out.
I'll, you know, when the update is live, I'll go check on my S8 account and see.
So do you guys interpret this as like a double mid/season end ranking? I mean, don't they already kind of have that with merit? I'm not actually understanding what they mean by replacing season missions with merit milestones. So those missions will just convert to milestones, which are essentially missions?
So commendation will get deleted from the game, and it's gonna get replaced by merit.
Okay. Interesting. So they're gonna rework all of this here. Reward highlights, unique avatar frame, and a limited time title. Interesting.
Because it almost encourages a cross-server communication regarding like handling, you know, organizing like merit farm trading, right? We can either go out and destroy the other servers or the other regions, or you can work together in order to, you know, reach a common goal and have an understanding. And that just requires more community negotiations. It's the politics of it all. It's like more
so
engagement, right?
Accommodations. Or they're just removing the missions for the accommodations. So things will still give accommodations, potentially.
You
Like
might still have.
commendation will be replaced by missions that is just like, yeah, here's a milestone, get like 100,000 merit, and you know you're gonna get rewards for reaching that milestone. Like that's what they're gonna do. Like you just need to farm merit all season.
1.5.
I think it makes sense for seasons 5+ because, you know, isn't that when war packs are introduced?
Yeah, but yeah,
So-
it's season 6 and above for now. Those are 100% sure to get the merit thingy, but us, it's gonna be season 3. And for newer server, it's gonna be merit as soon as the update is out.
Yeah, I guess like we say, we can just watch the space and see how it evolves. Because obviously with these new updates, they will try to push it to the newest servers as much as they can, so that it makes it easier for everyone to understand across the board. Or they could leave it in terms of like, you know, each season has its own kind of unique aspect to it, but we'll see.
Yeah, but it says like season 1 to 5 keep the season missions during the current season and switch to the merit milestone and rankings when the new season starts. So as soon as the update is out, if the servers 7 to 6 opens up after the update, it's gonna be merit and not commendation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And this also, you know, brings.
So our season
a new
3 will
spring.
have the new merit missions.
Yeah, it's gonna be merit.
Nice. If you guys are listening out there, S666 Beyond. Basically everybody's next season after this patch will be merits. That'll be interesting. Cool. We also have a new event coming out, the Explosive Situations beta test. I did get to see you play that a little bit, Sir Hunter, and I believe, Sulvion, you also had some experience with it.
Yeah, I had one of our R4s, Phoenix. She sent me some recordings and some screenshots with the
It
milestones.
looks
It's
nice.
interesting.
So like you can place a cannon on the map, and you shoot people. Well, I say people, but it's Walker and people. You can upgrade it, but it's gonna consume more ammo. But the damage is bigger. It shoots in a straight line, so you know if you want to hit the big boss in the back and there's people in front, you're gonna hit the people in front before you hit the big boss in the back. Like it's not a one-time thing. Like
How long does it take for your ammo to replenish over like the full period of time?
I don't know. I know that it replenish, which is good. You know, it's better than the shooting training, which is like, yeah, you got one bullet. That's it.
How do you
Now,
upgrade the cannon then?
There's like a plus and minus sign on the side, and you can upgrade it.
Is it cost
So-
like something, or is it just upgrade?
No, it just upgrades. You can downgrade, but as soon as you shoot, it's gonna consume more ammo.
So there's
You
going to
can
be
go
some,
up to level
little
5.
special use of that. I wonder if it'll be dynamic, depending on what bosses are out and such. It's interesting.
Like, if your cannon is level 1 and you decide to don't upgrade it, it's gonna consume 1 ammo per shot.
Yeah,
If
we
you
kinda have
decide to upgrade
calculate-
it to level 3, it's gonna consume 3 ammo per shot.
3 ammo per shot. Okay.
Yeah. It's really 1 level, 1 more ammo added to it.
Do you know how much more damage it is?
I haven't tested the damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
That'd be
try to do
interesting.
that as soon as I have more ammo.
I'm just thinking of like the kind of like around knife challenges and the way they, you know, how we found that easy's pretty much the way to go when you're thinking of knife challenges, or fragments at least.
Yeah, well,
It's,
I'll say it depends on what type of rewards you're after. Because the big boss gives keys, and if you kill him like 3 times, the milestone rewards for that is like golden hats, a few other things. But so
That's gonna be very
I would say
selective
it
and relative
depends.
to where you're at.
Yeah,
Then, yeah.
it depends on what you want.
That's cool.
Like unless you're a whale and you buy ammo, then yeah, that's fine. But
It's like another little
Yeah, we
action
have
event.
access,
yeah,
we have access to the event come Monday, so we can always dive deeper there.
yeah, I'll
It's
do
just
more tests with you
one more
guys.
question. Yeah, we can just. It's better to wait until the event comes out, and then we can go into more detail about it.
Yeah, it's probably gonna change too the next time it comes out. Was there anything
this is
else?
a big one.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I adjusted the event time of Tales of Survival. Tales is built one day earlier, select a tale on Monday, play it from Tuesday to Saturday, and rankings are settled on Sunday. So this adjustment takes effect on June 5 at 5 UTC, play select your tale on Monday. So basically it's just we can do tales one day earlier, it's gonna end one day earlier. So I think it's better like this.
There's a schedule, right? That's what's good about it.
Like, they just move it one day sooner. That's all.
That'll be on the 5th, so it's 3 days from the release of this video.
This next one was something that we kind of touched on about letters and stuff, but more for purchases. Number 5, optimize the report display in letters. The reports are now categorized by report type as follows: PvE, PvP, Battlefield, Clan PvP. If you have any letters with unclaimed rewards, you find them in the new PvE tab in the mailbox after the update.
That's going to be nice. I really hope that means they really figure out some of those system messages. It's going to have more places to offload those reports. And then, as such, hopefully we can keep track of our purchases a little bit better.
It's going to be easier to look for a certain type of like battle report. For example, in LOS, you know?
Yeah.
It's going to get rid of all those walkers reports, because now it's all going to be in like PvP and PvE.
Right.
I just wonder how it's going to look like visually. Like, is it going to be like, are we going to have more like, do we have to click more things, or is it just going to be like, yeah, select what you want to see?
I don't know. We'll see how it kind of pans out.
But yeah, this is nice.
Agreed.
The next one, number 6, added leaderboard for losses and wounded. This ranking is based on the number of your own fighters that got killed and wounded in PvP battles. The player ranked 1 gets the title of Perseverant. The title will start counting lost and wounded fighters after the version update. So imagine that would just entail into LOS as well as Survivors at War, right?
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome.
it's gonna include everything.
Yay. I always love more leaderboards. Just gives us more data to look at, you know, as they start like kind of divvying
at the same
out that
time,
information.
like, I don't want to be number 1 for this. Because it's like, yeah, get good. Like, it's when you're really bad at the game.
They need one like that, right? Because like all the other ones are so unobtainable for a lot of players. You have players that will take all the titles, and there's just really nothing left for anyone else. So this will be kind of interesting.
Yeah,
I kind of disagree with it being the worst player, because from a psychological standpoint, if you know you're going to go into war with someone, you can gauge whether or not someone really cares. Like, if they don't care so much of their troops, you don't want to go against someone who just does not care, who's like tier 10, fully whaled out, and he does not care for the life of losing any troops. Someone like that you don't really want to go against. Because they'll keep going until they win, basically, or whatever. So, I don't know, I kind of disagree with the statement that it's for the worst player.
It's just like my personal point of view on this title, but like losses and wounded,
you good?
I prefer kills.
Yeah, the kills already exists, so it's just like more data at the end of the day. It's cool. I like to have all that data, honestly. I wish there was more. There's a couple other leaderboards I'm sure we could think of and muster up that they could add, and hopefully in time they will.
Ruby spent would be great.
Oh my gosh, that would be great. 7
yeah, that
added.
would be like wow.
So they added a team pack.
The top players, 7 billion ruby spent.
It would just give you a total understanding of the value of the account as a whole, right?
In fact,
yeah,
like what is it that they invested? That gives you like some kind of comparison.
Almost it would be cool if you could have like rubies per like tree almost in that way, because you'd have all the rubies spent on like pointless things accumulated in that as well, which isn't. It's gonna be just kind of muddy the waters.
It's nice. I can't think of any other leaderboards you'd get, but that would be interesting.
I'm sure they've added a lot of leaderboards since you know, even the last year and a half, I suppose.
They could add one that is just like temporary, because it would be like fog exploration progress, something like that. And when all the map is unlocked, and the first person who has unlocked it all keep the title
that would
for
be
the end of the season. But like, we don't want to clog, so it would just disappear, but the person still has access to it.
Yeah, McDonald's big test.
That would be a really cool. I like the idea actually, because I know a great deal of people spend a lot of commitment and time to exploring the map.
Then you have like someone like day one just use 5,000 maps.
I think that about wraps that up. Let's check out this team pack they're adding. After any one person in your clan buys the large team pack, all members of your clan will get super value pack that each member can buy one time. The pack content includes an exclusive town hall skin, 7 days, that will automatically activate after purchasing the pack. It will therefore not go to the inventory as an item. There are 3 variations of this town hall skin: blue, green, yellow. Choose the color you like. After the large pack has been bought by someone, there is a cooldown time of 7 days before the next large pack appears. What?
So I just wonder what the large team pack will have inside of it. What the super value packs will have inside of them. How much is it gonna cost? But other than that, like having an exclusive tunnel skin that is automatically used for 7 days, it's fine.
I would imagine
choose
it's
the color.
probably
That's
like
nice.
the 99 pack, right? Because right now you have the Apex, which is $49.99. So like something like bigger and like more team oriented, it might even be more expensive, you know, because if they make it too cheap, then anyone just buys it and going buy it once every 7 days, you know, there's got to be some sort of value on that time that's being allocated.
It'll be interesting. There's not really much to say. Like, I mean, I know there's going to be 2 schools of thought here, right? Some people are going to see that it's kind of like an interesting update. Another set of school of thought is that everyone just thinks that the developers are just trying to money grab.
Well, me, I currently see it as a 50-50. There's things that are great. There's things that could have been better. But overall, like, you know, it's progress.
It's progress. We like to see the word team in any of their updates. So at least they're thinking and trying to make clans more team oriented if possible.
It really depends on like how much it's gonna end up as and what's inside of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like the fact that you can choose a color.
Yeah, hopefully there's some effort put into it. It's not, you know,
Yeah.
this is such a basic description of what that is. You know, blue, green, yellow. Choose the color you like.
I wish we could do something similar, but instead of being like
I know
the
what you
color
like. You
of
like
the skin-
Fortnite. You want to buy a Galaxy skin, okay? Like they need
No.
to take a page out of Fortnite skins and get you a Galaxy skin.
No, listen. The Warpass Tunnel Skin, you can choose the stat. Like, do you want sharpshooter, melee, or cav? They could do that.
That
if
would
they
be
can
cool.
let you choose a color.
Right. Yeah, I'd like that idea, especially since it's kind of a temporary thing. And
yeah.
I mean, Boba already mentioned that, like, he wished that the Warpass you could choose because it's always sharpshooter, right?
Yeah, like something simple. It would maybe motivate more people to buy it because it's not only sharpshooter. Like, you actually can choose something else. Like, it would just be a small upgrade to the Warpass. You know, you would get like a voucher and can choose one tunnel skin that is just like the same one, but with different effects. And, you know, if you tell me like, okay, what if I, you know, saved a few like tunnel skins, use them all, and with different effect, well, the last effect you use is gonna be what's gonna be on it. But the timer will get added, like something like that. There's ways to balance this.
That was like his third try. Yeah.
Number 8, added merit ranking. View it in the clan UI at member ranking. So that's gonna be interesting to see who is like gonna farm merit, who is like active, participating, interacting with other clans. All nice things.
The only downside at this moment in time is that merits are like so limited to clan buildings. Like, it's unless you build correctly or you have some kind of agreement ahead of time, it's so hard to facilitate a merit farm trade.
Yeah. But I'm sure like two clans could talk it out and set something up just so the two of them can benefit from it for the season.
Yeah, it'd be nice. More data. Data's always great. We want to know. Also, just a quick little caveat here, guys. They do have a questionnaire in the official TWS Discord. If you head on down to this post, it'll be linked in the description, and you can go submit your feedback on their questionnaire, receive 500 rubies and 5 LRTs. So jump in on that. You got 3 more days until the 5th. Is the June 5th, 2400 UTC is the deadline. Any closing remarks here, guys?
Regarding the update, I'm kind of looking forward to it and just, you know, looking ahead and see how they can go forward. Just a different idea to segue is that I wish they would add more than just clan bases and clan outposts. It would be so good if you could build walls and stuff for more tactical play to like try and keep a space within the community. You know, like how with the new seasons, every like season kind of has its own section now, right? So you can't build a clan base on top of another clan.
Well, not until you claim the passage.
Exactly. It would be nice if you could kind of build territory in a way that people can't drop on top of you, so that you have an opportunity to defend a kind of like a section of the map, and they have to work through you rather than just go straight on top of you.
Yeah, they have something kind of. I mean, I guess this. I mean, like the passages and such will kind of facilitate a different seasonal gameplay. I'm curious how those will kind of pan out as well. We'll have that information prior as well, so it's gonna be nice to have a little bit of foresight on that and see how it kind of works out.
Me, the update, number 1, I'm really curious to see how it's actually gonna end up as you two guys know, I'm currently number 1 in LOS. So I'm trying to keep my rank, and if it ends up that I'm just gonna be losing again and again and lose my first place, well, I'll have to change my strategy.
Yeah, you'll know immediately, huh? Because you're in that spot, which is good.
Yeah.
you'll know what's going on with the matchmaking. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'll see how the matchmaking ends up as.
Yeah, I'm
It doesn't
super
really change much
curious.
though, right? It's based on combat power, right?
Yeah, if it's easier, then nice. If it's not, I'm screwed.
But it depends, right? Because the sample size needs to be across at least 2 weeks, right? Or like, you know, at least a good week to really get a real good sample size to make a conclusion.
Yeah, I just hope that I, as a tunnel 19, doesn't get mixed with like a 22 or 21.
Yeah, it would be good if they
it
wouldn't
stays
mix.
with 19 or 20s here and there, 18s. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, like I feel like we all on the same page when it just should be like tier 6s with tier 6s, tier 7s with tier 7s. Like it should be like representative of your tier troop level. And I think the way that they can identify that within the game is based on your actual building, right? If your stables is 22, it means you have access. If your stables is 25, it means you have access to tier 9s as an example, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's such an easy thing to account for.
Seems like a simple fix. It really does. In that way, it would be kind of nice because then you'd really have such. It would be such a good time to like compare yourself directly to your competition, also playing and building, and building compositions around survivors and just really getting into the nitty gritties of those little small details, some of the nuances, and getting the most out of that, out of each tier true type. And get to kind of test your mettle. That is a cool idea. I wish they could, and hopefully we're getting closer to that day.
And if they do like match us on our combat power, I do hope that we will be able to see it in season 2. Because as of right now, we can't see it. And if we're gonna get matched upon that, well, I want to see it, so I would know where I would be. And while I think about it, combat power, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter if you unequip your gear.
Hello?
Yeah.
So
I agree.
you wouldn't test it out, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna change anything.
Yeah. It's just, I feel like there's too much variance right now. I think that right now what we're seeing is just a lot of like the playing field will level out at some point. It just takes a while for that kind of seasonal gameplay and everything to kind of kick in together with raw activity and the different kind of however they calculate it. We could never be truly for sure, but what I've noticed in my own gameplay in these matchmaking queues is I haven't unequipped my gear not a single time, and there has been no reason or rhyme. One game it's high bracket, one game it's low, one game it's like some weird little middle ground, and there's just like 3 different ones that I get kind of pushed into, and it's been super inconsistently consistent that way, just keeping the same stuff on.
Well, I know that Sulvion doesn't equip his gear like here and there. I don't know if he does it all the time, but
I do it all the time without fail. I've also noticed the differentiation, but I also noticed that when my power hits a certain threshold, then I'm in the upper or lower bracket. So it's kind of hard to really truly test it until everyone else catches up. To see if I remain in that bracket or not. Like if all the other, the current non-Wales or the free-to-play are like, Town Hall 23, Town Hall 24, and I'm still staying at Town Hall 22, and if I still get matched in the upper bracket, then obviously my concept of unequipping gear no longer is valid, but I don't think the test is going to be able to be held on for much longer now with the combat power system being implemented very shortly.
Yeah, so many small little tiny things, like there's nuances, like whether equipping gear is actually recorded or not. If you make that piece of gear, is it accounted for in your true combat power? Is it equipped only?
Or is it based on, like, let's say for one steel pipe, is that equivalent to X amount of power?
Right, yeah, and that would even make sense.
Is one blueprint worth X amount of power, So then that way you can't just destroy your gear, and then it will, if it's unequipped or not forged, then you still have that currency within your account, and it's accounted for.
Well, it might also record like, okay, so what did this guy have? Like did he have full gold sets, or like where is it now? Is it dismantle? Like maybe it calculates everything, like all the resources you have. Maybe it just like takes the highest you had. Like, oh, the highest he had like 3 full gold sets, and you know the rest was all purple. So that's gonna be his power. Even if he destroys all of it, we count as if he still had all of that.
I mean, I think it has to be one way or the other. Like, make it fair, or, you know, just make it fair. Everyone's got to be on the same playing field.
Also, I think it's just because then if they do it based on what you currently have as inventory, then that's going to make players understand how to best use their equipment. Because I know that if we look at the combat leaderboard, right, you have some people which are up really high on power, but actually what they're doing is they're making equipment gear for all of their survivors when they've only got 4 formations. So I don't think those players understand that making equipment for those ex-survivors actually does anything for their account or for them as a whole.
I'm pretty sure they just want to rank high on the ranking, even though it's useless.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, let's say this, right? Let's say the combat power, and they take into account of all your equipment and stuff. Now you're getting matched with high players, and you're not fully utilizing the combat gear that's been given to you because you're just trying to rank high on the leaderboards.
Yeah, well, they'll have
like
to probably merge it. Like, it's gonna count the fact that, okay, if he has like X amount of greens, he can make X amount of blues, then X amount of purples. Like, you know, one gear of higher tier is always 5 of the one below. I'm sure like it's gonna get counted fairly, but we'll need to see it in action.
Yeah, I mean, like, what I'm trying to focus on here is like this, right? If you have melee and you have cavalry, you're going to use cavalry to counter melee. You wouldn't use shooter as an example, because that would be poor use of troop type. So in the same concept, it will be poor use of combat equipment to not utilize it in the same way, because you're not fully utilizing its full potential. That's kind of what I'm trying to get across more than anything else.
I've been bowling actually when? Wednesday night I was bowling in London. Yeah, I win.
So it would be interesting. But like, it's like all these changes, right? They're changes, so people should be happy that developers are making some great deal of effort to make some things happen. We all know as a player base that we've always, you know, doubted the matchmaking system in Saw. So hopefully these like potential, I don't know, ideas are a step in the right direction. But I also feel like as a developer, they have to test things, even if the player base don't think or fully agree with what that's being presented. This is just an update preview, so you know it's just a preview.
Yeah.
So it's change. Whether or not good or bad remains to be seen. We can only really just gauge it on a case-by-case basis once these things are released.
Something that people might forget, like for the big whales, okay, at like 1 billion power, there's not like 50 of them. So at one point, someone with lower power will have to get matched with them or against them. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like the closest that participate. So if you have like some people that register for Saw and then get matched against, you know, the top players, well, too bad. Like
at some point you have to.
you,
At some point, it's not always just
thing.
the power that is controlling everything, because there will always be roles. You know, not everyone's the carry. You know, not everybody's the number 1 power, and realizing where you operate in that power is your strength. Like knowing what a rank 15 player does versus a rank 10, or a rank 5 versus a rank 1. like understanding those roles immediately in a pickup match, like the way that this is designed, is integral to becoming a good player in Sol and still making it out of Sol with, you know, a piece of the pie, because it's possible. You just have to have the knowledge and the know-how to really apply that and use it on, you know, it's very case by case, like everything in TWDS, very unique situations that arise, and you have to experience them so many times to be able to counter and, you know, get the best out of that situation. Sometimes we just blame the matchmaking, whereas, you know, in a 15-man team, the way it is designed, I think it's still, you know, as much as we harp on true combat power and the uneven matches, I still think there's a lot of evenness there, and I think that there's many players that still don't understand how to play Survivors at War, to the tune of, you know, your bottom 5 players always, without fail, not understanding the basic mechanics. And a lot of the battlegrounds, they're all just looking for the pure carry. They're not actually trying to win themselves and add value to the team. Happens every day. Every Sol match, we have a couple of them. Sometimes more, sometimes less.
So yeah, and that I said pretty much everything I had to say about the update.
Same here. I'm good. Sulvion, how about you?
I think that's everything that needs to be covered. It's been a it's been a pretty interesting preview.
Yes, for sure. Excited myself. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, you are a very special individual, and you're going to be learning and on the road to greatness, hopefully sooner than later. Make sure you guys check out our BrobbenTV Discord, join the community, get involved, reach out, and have a good old little chinwag with us. You can join us in voice chat. You can just lurk. You can participate in the text channels as well. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.